A time lapse is a series of still images taken at set intervals over a period of time. If you put those into a special piece of software and create a video file, when you play it back, it looks like time has accelerated. Now, creating a time lapse is easier than you think, and there's lots of different ways that you can do it. You could use a trail cam. Many trail cams these days have a time lapse function built in. It makes it really easy. You could use a smartphone. Now, this smartphone has a time-lapse function, and there's probably an app somewhere that can help you do that. Again, makes it really easy. Or you could use a compact camera. Now, some compact cameras may have a time-lapse function, but most of them don't. So how do you create a time-lapse using your compact camera? One of the most important things to try and do when you're creating a simple time-lapse is to try and keep your camera as still as you can. Now, there's lots of different ways you can do it, and the easiest way is to pop it down on a hard surface somewhere. A chair or a fence, anything like that will do. But even better than that is to use one of these. This is a tripod, this is a small tripod, and this is ideal for time-lapsing really small subjects. Or you can use a larger tripod, especially when you want to try and time-lapse a wider area like the whole of your garden. So I've got the camera on the tripod, it's nice and sturdy. I've got it pointing at the area that I want to capture the time lapse of. So all that's left to do now is take the photographs. Now I'm going to capture a shot every 10 seconds for about half an hour, and then when I've finished I'm going to upload it to a piece of software called Windows Movie Maker. Now I'm going to use that because it's relatively simple and it's freely available on most computers. Now there's a few steps involved in creating the time lapse, so I'm going to show you how to do that on a separate video. Well, I'm now off to make some time-lapse movies to hopefully inspire you to have a go at doing it yourself. But before I do that, let me show you the setup I'm going to use, because I'm going to be using my phone and it's slightly different to what I've shown you here. So here's my setup. It's really simple. We start off with the tripod, and to the tripod I've fitted a selfie stick, and on the end of the selfie stick I've got my phone. Now I'm obviously going to be using that in time-lapse mode. Now if you look below, you can see that I've marked out an area on the ground with some old timber. Now that's showing the edges of the frame covered by the camera. So I know that if I place anything within that area, it's going to be nicely framed in the final time-lapse. Right then, let's have a go at making some time-lapse movies.